Nearly 2 decades in the sports broadcast game, and what a ride it's been. Interviews with the 42nd President Bill Clinton, to Lakers legends Kobe Bryant, and the NBA's all-time leading scorer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, to name a few. I've been blessed to cover and tell some amazing stories, but there were so many more I didn't get to tell.
Now, have there been any concerns? I mean, I can't have you on this interview and not mention the Lou Williams Magic City visit for his wings. And I mean, as more players, I mean,
not that me and you have ever been there.
No. I've heard about it.
I heard they're amazing. Amazing, tasty.
Amazing, man.
Tasty.
Now, there's only been maybe a handful of players that have left the bubble for personal reasons or family emergencies, but is there more of a growing concern about what these players are doing outside of the reasons why they have left the bubble? And I mean, I know it all, determines your quarantine time, but I mean, there has to be some concerns with people leaving and you finding out they're doing things that they're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because here's the thing, man. This is beautiful. Amidst this is like that meme where the guy's sitting there and everything's burning around him, but where he's sitting, he feels safe.
Yeah,
that's how this feels. So if there is like a worry for me, is that one of these people that go away brings it back here,
right?
Because it does take some mental toughness to be here, to not be able to go anywhere. But you think about it, where were you going anyway?
Yeah,
none of us was doing anything.
Yeah,
like back home, I go out for a walk every day. Maybe once or twice a week, I would go to a outdoor restaurant, sit outdoors and social distance with a mask on with like a couple of my buddies.
Yeah,
that was it. We weren't doing. We take it serious in the Bay, so we weren't doing nothing. So I think the hardest thing that isn't talked about enough here is just like people not being here with their wives or their kids or their loved one. Like one player's like, because the players are only ones I think that could bring people in. And but you have to advance to the second round. I think the referees can bring one, but like a player's like, I'm gonna bring my fiance, my son, and my mama. I'm like, your mom? He's like, man, I miss my mama, man. So come the second round, that's gonna be kind of beautiful to see people come in, but I also am a little like nervous about those people too.
Exactly.
I hope they make, I hate to say it, I hope they make them quarantine as much as they did the media for a week.
Yeah.
Probably won't be because, but I also don't think us as the media, I don't think we'll have access to those people anyway. It will really, I don't even know if they could go to the games. But anytime somebody comes in, there's a risk.
Yeah.
And that's perhaps my only fear about it going wrong here is that I think everybody in here is fine. Even the workers, they get tested every day.
Okay.
But anytime you bring somebody new in, there's a risk.
Yeah. Now, Mark, what do you think? I mean, has the NBA done anything in terms of helping people from a mental or psychological standpoint?
Yeah.
Because you just mentioned there's a lot of people that are away from their families and going to be for an extended period of time. And I mean, people have newborns, people have just gotten married. I mean, you're a newlywed somewhat. And I mean, and now from you going from 3 months of being with your wife every day to 3 months without being with her.
Yeah.
So are there any I guess mental coaches or psychiatrists that are around that's helping out in this situation?
Every team has their own.
Okay.
But even in that app I showed you, the last question is, how are you doing psychologically, and do you need to speak to anybody?
Okay.
So if I hit yes on that, I'm sure they'll probably make me stop what I'm doing and go literally immediately go speak to somebody. That's another thing. I could get psychological help immediately. There's a 24-hour hospital here.
Oh, wow.
This is like available. It's the safest place in America for a black man.
I was about to say.
You can't get pulled over. We're not driving.
Can't get pulled over. You get tested every day.
Yeah, like, shoot.
And now, speaking of that and knowing these facts, do you think some of the players that opted out because of their concerns and issues will receive a little more backlash? Because now it's like, hey, you opted out from the place that's probably the safest in the world right now.
Well, if you opted out for family reasons, like Trevor Reese's reasons were really, you finally get access to your child, and it's during this time. I'm not gonna say that.
No one's gonna say anything about that.
I don't think anybody left for the social justice reasons, like Natasha Cloud, from the WNBA.
No.
And with all due respect to her, and I know her, and I really love her as a person, I do think that the players' voices in terms of social justice, I think I meant social media before. I meant to say social justice is amplified here. Every day there's media access. Every day there are people writing. Like I have a story today about Mike Conley having "I am a man" on the back of the jersey. So I'm explaining to people what that means, who otherwise may not know. So I think between Chris Paul and LeBron James and Melo and some of the other stars in the league, and the younger guys get it too, as long as they're here, they're going to make sure that their voices are heard the same way you're going to hear the ball bounce. So if they're not here, are you listening? Probably not. You don't have the same access to people. Us media. So us media play an important role. I think now they really starting to understand, okay, that's why we need them. That's why we need to have a better relationship with the media, because we can have our own website and go on Players Tribune, but our voices are more amplified when the national media talks about us and what we want to accomplish. Yeah.
And I just got a few more for you, because I know you got a busy day ahead on all your ESPN platforms that you are on a daily basis. I mean, has it felt like what can you equate this experience to and what you have done in your career? I mean, because you hear people say it seems like a big AAU tournament. I mean, does it seem like the Olympics? Like, what would you compare this to?
It does remind me of the Olympics, because everybody's in one place that can't be penetrated. There's a lot going on, and you have to plan everything correctly. You know what I mean? Like getting on this bus. There have been times where I can't go to this game because I got to go to this practice, or two practices let out around the same time. So you got to pick and choose what you want to go to. Then the NBA also picks and chooses who gets to go to what. So if it's a Lakers practice, which I got to skedaddle when I'm done with you to go to that. If the Lakers beat writers here, the LA people have priority. You know what I mean? There's only so many spaces available for, like, the Lakers game is going to be popular, but there's only so much space at the arena. So you have to, like, your day is like a scheduled day. It's almost like a military day. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this, and I might have to cut this out because this is more important than that.
Gotcha. And last two for you. Number one, do you feel like players may have something special brewing once the official restart kicks off, in terms of getting their voices out there even more, and really advocating social justice and the movement of Black Lives Matter?
Oh, it's going to be loud. Whether it's what the NBA does, or the players do, or even the referees, like, it's going to be amplified on the floor. It's going to be amplified on what they say before and after the games. It's going to be amplified in the first game when they kneel, and maybe they're all supposed to kneel and put their fists up around the Black Lives Matter part on the court. So, and then you got to remember all the social justice messages on the back of their jerseys. Even if you're the most racist person in the world, if you're a basketball fan, you're gonna get a message whether you want it or not if you want to watch a game.
Yeah. And finally, speaking of the games, and everything has changed with all the dynamics, who do you think has the best chance to win this thing?
Where are you located now?
I'm in Atlanta right now.
Oh, okay. So Milwaukee don't matter to you, know.
No.
Yeah. I got the Clippers beating the Raptors in the final.
Wow. I have the Lakers, see, so hey, you got the Clippers beating the Raptors.
Yeah.
That's good. So you got the Raptors coming out of the East again.
Yeah, I like them.
Wow.
I like them.
Well, Marc, man, I appreciate you giving us some insight inside the NBA bubble in Orlando. And I don't have to tell you to stay safe because you're probably one of the safest dudes that I've spoken with over the last 3 months.
As I said before, you stay safe, man, especially in Atlanta. But if you want to have me FedEx some of them wings, man, like, hey, man, I'll give you the address.
I got you, man.
All right, brother.
Marc, I appreciate it, man. Hey, take care, and I'll check back in with you, man.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
All right, Marc Spears on Untold Truths with Telly.